I saw yesterday Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather confirmed. I feel like the YouTubers entering boxing was a good thing. It was a good thing. I think KSI versus Logan Paul and Joe Weller, those were brilliant for the sport. They got so many brand new eyes onto the sport. It was brilliant for it, and I commend them for entering the sport, and I hope they enjoy the sport like many of us do. But it's when they start calling out people is when I have the issue, because it feels like they enter the sport and then they feel like they have everything to do with the sport. JJ, aka KSI, said in an interview, Logan, name your favourite fighter or your favourite fight. And Logan couldn't. He straight up couldn't. He couldn't name a single fight, whilst his fucking training, his coach is Shannon Briggs, one of the best boxers in, I think he fought in the 80s. I don't really watch his fights, but you could have named your fucking coach. He had the easiest backup ever, and he didn't take it. So when you have a person like that entering the sport who doesn't know a single fight or fighter, it gets a bit embarrassing. And then they start calling out a bunch of people, like how Jake Paul has called out Conor McGregor. Like, you're not going to win against Conor McGregor. I know he lost against Floyd Mayweather, but that doesn't mean he's a bad boxer. That does not mean he's a bad boxer at all. That does not mean it at all. He was just not used to the boxing rounds, and he was in the ring with one of the best boxers ever. So, like, he was gonna get his ass kicked. Like, so Jake's going after Conor, Logan's going after Floyd Mayweather. It's fucking stupid. It's just stupid. Why the fuck are you doing this? Logan, you're not gonna beat Floyd Mayweather. There's some fucking legends who have gotten in the ring with Floyd Mayweather who haven't won. And to be honest, for Logan to even say he can beat Floyd Mayweather is such a disrespectful thing to do, because there are legends who have been in the ring with Floyd Mayweather and haven't won. Basically, what Logan is saying is, I'm better than every single person who's come before me. You're not. You are straight up not. This is his boxing record, okay? 1 loss, 1 draw. That's his record. Not a single win. Whilst Floyd Mayweather has never had a loss and never had a draw. Never. In his entire life. Is it just me? Is it just me? Because I see all of Twitter saying how amazing this is. And the thing is, most of Logan and Jake fans are saying, oh, there's no issue to it. If Logan gets knocked out, then move on with his day. It's not move on with your day. If Logan or Jake gets knocked out, that could be lights out forever. That could be death. When fighters get in the ring, it's to get paid, yes, of course, but it's also to prove how good they are. You're not proving how good you are, you're just proving how fucking stupid you are. You're getting in the ring with one of the best fighters in the world. You're gonna get your fucking ass kicked, bro. It will probably end in maybe the first or second round. I do not expect this going long. Like, Conor going in the ring with Floyd Mayweather, everyone knew Conor was going to lose. Everyone knew that. Because, just like how I said in my video about Conor and Floyd, it will always be a top and tail. Because somebody will always get a shorter end of the stick. Normally Conor, because Conor is used to so many rules. He's used to, oh, I can throw him on the ground, I can kick, I can do all of these, and he's been fighting this way for so fucking long. Whilst Floyd Mayweather, he's not entering MMA. Conor is entering boxing. So he has to completely change his fighting style for this fight. Because of that, we knew Conor isn't going to win. Because he has to change his entire fighting style. That we knew he was going to win because, like, differences in rules. With this, Logan, you're just gonna fucking get knocked out. Jake, if you're planning to enter boxing against Conor, that won't happen. Conor is a smart man, even though he does some stupid shit sometimes. He is a businessman. Out of every single person in the UFC, he's the most business savvy person. He knows what he's doing, and stepping in the ring with you, even though you might make a few pounds, that won't do shit. We saw your fight against Nate Robinson. Didn't do as much as KSI's fights. Didn't do as much as Logan's fights. Yeah, it did some numbers, but it really didn't do as much as the others. So, why would Conor be looking at Jake, whilst he could be looking at JJ? I know JJ wouldn't want to fight Conor. I know that. But, like, Conor's not going to go for second best. Or third best, actually. He's not going to be looking at third best. That is never what Conor does. Conor went for the best boxer in the world. Well, best, what weight is he? He's like cruiserweight, right? Best cruiserweight boxer. I don't actually know the weight of Floyd, so I'm just guessing. Because I don't really watch Floyd Mayweather. One of the best cruiserweight boxers in the world. He went for one of the best cruiserweight boxers in the world. Why would he now suddenly change his tune and go for the third best YouTuber boxer? Why would he do that? No, he's going for the first. And if he can't go for the first, then he's not going for anyone else. We know Conor. He went for Khabib. It didn't work. So he stopped fighting until he could get another shot at Khabib. Right now, he hasn't gotten another shot at Khabib. But, like, that was his plan. Go away for a bit and then wait for his rematch. Conor doesn't go for third best. That's not going to happen. Logan, you're going to get knocked out. I think Jake's just trying to get some amount of, I don't know, he's just trying to get paid. He's not looking at the sport like a sport. He's just trying to get paid. Same with Logan. Logan is just trying to get big money fights. He doesn't care how badly he gets beaten. What is fucking idiotic. Figueiredo versus Moreno is in a few days, and I'm gonna be honest, saying both of their names sounds very weird. I don't know why. I'm just not used to surnames like that. I hope that's not offensive. Don't mean it to be. But this fight is drawing ever closer, and I'm gonna be honest, this is the first flyweight fight I'm excited for, mostly because Ferguson is on the card. That's the main reason I'm excited, but this fight is actually starting to get me a bit interested. Remember how I said Jan Blachowicz made light heavyweight exciting for me because of his personality? Yeah, I'm gonna repeat that. Moreno has made this fight exciting because I actually really like the guy. The guy seems rather nice. He seems to live rather a enjoyable life, and I'm starting to really enjoy him. He has a really enjoyable family who are all funny. Like the episodes leading up to this fight, if you don't know, UFC do a countdown mini series as a fight draws closer. It's normally I think 5 or 6 episodes. The first 2 episodes have come out. I haven't checked YouTube if the third one is out, but I really like Moreno. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I really hope I am. Moreno. I don't know. I've googled this before, so I could be incorrect. But yeah, I really like him, and even though I think Figueiredo is better, even though I think he's a better fighter, I really hope Moreno wins. I really fucking hope, because I prefer him immensely, and him being the flyweight champion, I would probably actually start watching the flyweight if he was the champion. He seems like a really nice guy. He doesn't seem that good at fighting, but he seems... Well, I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, like, I don't think he's the best. I think he's good, but he's definitely not the best. He's definitely not, in my eyes at least, champion material. I think he's good, but, you know, he's kind of like the Donald Cerrone of flyweight. He's good, but he's not that good. Obviously, I haven't watched many of his fights, so I can't say. But based on his training in the episodes, he doesn't seem that interesting. But I will be watching his previous fights, make sure. And if I am incorrect, then I am very sorry. But flyweight has kind of been boring for me the last few weeks. I think I pointed this out last episode, but I'm not completely sure. Flyweight has kind of become very boring for me. It's kind of like how they talked before about making flyweight, just getting rid of flyweight. Dana has talked about this a long time ago. I think back in the 90s to 2000s, they were talking about getting rid of flyweight division because it just... there wasn't anything interesting about it. And then Henry Cejudo came to the scene and revived the fucking division and made it a very interesting division. Then Demetrius Johnson made the division extremely famous as well. And then their clashing made the division extremely famous. For a short period of time, flyweight was one of the favourite divisions. And then Demetrius Johnson retired, and then Henry Cejudo retired, and it just kind of became boring again, because the 2 best flyweights were gone. The weight classes kind of died off. Like, bantamweight isn't as successful as flyweight. Lightweight. Bantamweight isn't as successful as lightweight, but it's still better than flyweight. Some have even said, oh, let's get rid of flyweight, bantamweight, and featherweight. I think getting rid of featherweight is stupid, because featherweight is a brilliant weight, but, you know, some people have gone that far. I think getting rid of flyweight is a good idea, based on how this fight goes. If Moreno wins, then I say don't get rid of flyweight, because he is extremely interesting. You always need an interesting champion. Alright, because lightweight has an interesting thing right now. Khabib retired, so we might get... But Dana White wants him to stay, but Khabib wants to leave, so there's an interesting thing going on there. Middleweight has the Israel Adesanya, the undefeated style bender, who is extremely interesting, who's planning to go up to light heavyweight to battle the extremely interesting Jan Blachowicz, who recently knocked out Dominic Reyes, the person who beat John Jones in my eyes and most people's eyes. If Jan Blachowicz knocked out the person who's better than John Jones, then we have a serious good fighter. So every weight class has their extremely interesting fighter. Those were just the first ones to come to me. Figueiredo, I'm fucking up his name immensely. He's not really interesting. I know he's doing it for his dad and all this stuff, but like, you need to have something more interesting than that. Everyone's doing this for their family. Nobody's getting in the ring because, oh yeah, I want to get in the ring. Everyone's getting in this ring for their family, to feed their family. Everyone's doing that. You need something interesting, mate. Now, I don't think Moreno is extremely interesting. Of course, I don't think his story is extremely interesting. I think his story is definitely more interesting than Figueiredo. I think definitely more interesting. Like, he has a family, he's entertaining, he's funny. Like, that's definitely more interesting. Everyone's doing this for their family. Everyone. So I don't think Moreno will cure the flyweight division, but I definitely think he'll make a spark. He will definitely make a spark, and I don't think he's that good, so he might move around the crown to someone who does have the skill and does have the personality.